Patrick, would you just tell us a little bit about the film Perpetuity and what it's about?
Perpetuity is essentially about a maintenance worker who sneaks off to have a cigarette and a drink, and while she's in there, there's a terrorist attack, and the room implodes in many ways. She's injured, and the longer she's in there, she starts recalling repressed memories. She starts, for the first time in her adult life, she starts remembering the abuse that she had as a child.
Alan Williams, you're a multiple award-winning director. You've done a lot of stuff for a lot of years. What is it that drew you to this particular film?
I like challenging concepts and the idea that there's one actress in one location that continues to deteriorate both her mental state and her physical state. But more importantly, the dialogue is all internal. So the actress is not only acting on screen, but she's going to be acting again as we record the dialogue, and we've got to mesh all this together. And it's either going to be brilliant or absolutely awful.
That's right.
But I'm leaning towards brilliant. So that challenge is what intrigued me, is how are we going to make this work?
Autumn, so this is going to be quite an emotionally challenging role, I would imagine.
Yeah.
What so far has been your process in preparing to play this character?
Originally, when the character was presented to me in the first place, they advised me, like, this is going to be emotionally jarring and very challenging. I'm drawing from a personal place in a lot of instances, a lot of my own personal experience and things that I had to go through when I was younger. She's coming to terms with what occurred to her as, the building's deteriorating and she herself starts to fall to pieces. I also have to, not just as her, but as myself, face a lot of the things that I had to deal with. And I think that's also why it's really important for me to see this done and to let other people experience it, to know that they aren't by themselves with what's happened.
Mm-hmm. Avai, in particular, what does this film, this story, mean to you as a person?
While I may not be able to relate to the protagonist in a lot of ways, there are still some aspects of that situation that I think most people can relate to in some sense. Whether some people have experienced a different kind of abuse, or if they're close to someone who has experienced similar abuse. I think being able to get inside this character's head and explore everything that's happening and what she's dealing with, I think it's very powerful. And I hope at the very least that we will impact a lot of minds of people who will leave the theater after watching this movie thinking about those kinds of experiences in a completely new perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening to us. The one thing I can promise is hopefully you see that every bit of passion and professionalism and experience that we have, we will be throwing into this. And if you can help us, my gosh, we need it and would appreciate it very much.
I really hope that you'll take the time to consider what we're trying to do, and I think if we all work together, we can definitely tell a story that no one has told before.
Thank you so much for taking the time to actually view this video and watch our trailer that we worked really hard to put together. We just want to say that whatever happens with this, we're happy that we had the opportunity to work together. And thank you for taking the time and hopefully contributing. We're going to do the best damn job that we possibly can for you guys to make this happen and to make you feel it like we do.
Filmmaking is a collaborative effort, and up until now, the collaboration has always been with creative people in front and behind the camera. And the landscape of independent filmmaking has changed such that the collaboration now is with the audience. We're in this together. We cannot make this movie without you. So you are part of our collaborative team. And so we've put all this stuff together and we can't wait to tell this story, but we can't tell this story unless we partner with you, the audience member. And by doing that, we are obligated to provide you with what you are investing in helping us explore our
Art.
artistic passions.
Yeah.
I'm Eric Schumacher, and on behalf of the cast and crew of Perpetuity, the feature film, thank you very much.
Vogue.